can't do it. No, I can't do it. I can't stand playing Minesweeper at 28 FPS. That's all I need it for. I just want a steady frame rate of 60 FPS with Minesweeper, Pinball, and Solitaire. That's all I want. Is that too much to ask? This has to change. It's gotta change. It's gonna change right now. It's changing. Let's do this. Alright. I got $400. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I could get a budget PC. I could do that. Or I could get a GTX 1070. I could crush any game I want. I'm one with the 1070, the 1070 is one with me. I'm one with the 1070, the 1070 is one with me. I'm one with the 1070, the 1070 is one with me. GTX 1070 it is. Let's do this. Hey, what's up guys? My name is JD from JDTechGear and welcome back to the channel where we discuss PC passion, setup design, tech reviews, and unboxings. So if you're into that kind of stuff, consider checking out the rest of the channel and subscribing and becoming part of the Tech Junkie family. So if you have a 13-year-old PC or even a 10-year-old PC and you have some money set aside, should you put that money into a GPU or save it and put it into a budget build? Let alone, can you even put a GTX 1070 into this Dell Dimension 2400? And even if you could, would it even be worth it? So allow me to introduce you to the Dell Dimension 2400. It released March 25th of 2004, making this PC about 13 years old. It has an Intel Celeron at 2.2 GHz with a single core. Yes, a single core. 256 megabytes of DDR SD RAM, 40 gigabytes of storage, and runs the beautiful Windows XP, and that's about it. There's not really much about this PC, but with that being said, could you actually put a GTX 1070 into it? Well, what do you think? Of course not. No, what are you thinking? One simple reason. This computer is so old, it has PCI lanes and not PCIe lanes. PCI Express. There is a difference. Modern GPUs and older ones as well are only PCIe compatible. PCIe stands for Peripheral Component Interconnect Express. So the only difference is the express part, but that difference is rather substantial. PCIe is much faster than a PCI slot, which is the reason why graphics cards use them, and pretty much everything else. The flow of information or data is much faster and has a greater bandwidth to create a high flow of information to be used throughout the rest of the hardware in the computer. We would not have the gaming capabilities that we have today if we were still running and using PCI slots. But let's say you could slap in a GTX 1070 into that Dell Dimension 2400. Would it even work? And even if it did work, would you even be able to play it? Well, the computer runs Windows XP and the GTX 1070 drivers do not support Windows XP. So your $400 graphics card probably wouldn't even be recognized by Windows, let alone even function. But let's say by some stroke of luck it happens to work and you can install a modern game on it. First, a single core Celeron is probably not going to be able to handle high caliber AAA titles such as GTA 5 or even Fallout 4. But even if it managed to scrape by, would it even be able to function? Well, the CPU would be overloaded with the amount of frames being rendered by the GPU if you were playing at 1080p gaming or even at any other resolution of gaming, let alone just processing the game itself to just run on the computer. A single core is just not going to cut it. There would be stuttering, stopping, and crashing. None of that would be worth it, trust me. You would see a massive degradation in performance trying to use a high-end GPU with a really crappy CPU and everything else. High-end GPUs that can churn out a lot of frames should be accompanied with a decent quality of CPU to get the most performance out of it. Unless you're playing at higher resolutions in which the performance will become more GPU dependent, but you'll still need a processor that's going to just get the job done otherwise. So should you buy a GTX 1070 or price equivalent GPU and put it into your old PC, or save that money and put it towards a budget PC build? You should most likely go with the budget PC option. Especially with a budget PC that gives you options to upgrade in the future, you would most likely find better performance out of it and have a completely new PC with new parts. Not only will it most likely run faster, but also you would get more of your return on value and be getting your money's worth. Putting a 1070 into an old crappy PC is like putting a V12 engine into a golf cart. It's not going to work, and it's not going to be faster. Although if that's done, I will stand corrected. Yeah, this knowledge may seem obvious, but I can't tell you the amount of times I've seen in forums, comments, and questions in general about, should I just buy a GPU and put it into this okay or not even up to par computer that can keep up with the GPU? No, absolutely not. There's both ends to this, and you should be putting that chunk of change towards a new computer that can give you more options. Even if it is budget, it can still provide more options than you would be giving yourself by just slapping a 1070 into an older, not up to speed computer. Save your money and put it towards something that's going to last and provide you with good options for the future. So wrapping up on that note, would you guys like to see more PC budget build guides? I would love to do PC budget builds. Of course, I would have to set aside the money for that, as you know, at the subscriber count and view count that I'm currently at, I don't generate enough revenue to really build a bunch of budget PC builds. But I would love to really do that and help you guys out, because I get asked with a lot of questions about different types of budgets, and you guys can throw a number at me and I'll try my best to give you guys a budget that you like. So if you're into that sort of thing, let me know down in the comments below, and I would be very excited to start a new series like that. I might not be able to do every budget, but I can create a video orienting what kind of parts to look into, and that might give you really good options for the best kind of performance that you can expect. So if you want that sort of thing, let me know. Also, let me know, have you ever thought about doing such a terrible thing like slapping a 1070 into an old computer? Be honest, don't lie, it's okay. I know the comment section can be harsh, but it's okay. We can be honest here. Alright? Alright, anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you found it helpful, insightful, and perhaps just entertaining, I hope. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Remember, if you haven't subscribed already, consider checking out the rest of the channel if you want to see more content like this. And I want to thank you guys for watching. I've probably said that 3 times already, but I will catch you guys next time.